What's up, guys? It's your boy the Bad Boom, and I am back for another video. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, man. They got so many incredible fights in the show. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5. Well, Season 5 didn't come out yet, but you know what I'm saying. They got great fights. But before we even start this video, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. This is for the manga readers. This is for the future. You are not here if you are watching the anime currently. They have not gotten to the future stuff, so do not continue this video. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to give you a few minutes to head out. Okay. I gave you a few minutes. I'm trying to talk a little bit longer to give you a chance to get out of here before we get into spoilers, but okay, let's get right into it. My favorite Demon Slayer fight. This fight takes place at the end of the Demon Slayer manga and is going to take place at the end of the Demon Slayer anime next season. My favorite fight is Kukushibo versus the Hashiras and a few Demon Slayer Corp members. I'll say that. You got it's just so many reasons I like this fight. So many reasons I like this fight. It's a lot of epic action in it and stuff. So first of all, let's talk about Kukushibo. This guy gets introduced in this fight and he's such a great character. I wanted more of him. I wanted more of Kukushibo. I thought they was gonna go down a different route. I was shocked that this was it for him, man, because I always say it in a lot of my videos. I always wanted to see Kukushibo versus Tanjiro. I wanted to see Doma versus Tanjiro. Those two against Tanjiro, those are dream fights that I wanted in the show, but we never got it. And it's because of this fight. This fight was epic, though. You had Kukushibo. He was throwing hands. The design, man. This is why I thought him and Tanjiro was gonna meet up eventually. They both got freaking swords. They got the same hairstyle. They come from that same family, and you learn that him and the Demon Slayer guy that's like an inheritage of Tanjiro. You learn that they're brothers. They're brothers, and it's such a sad backstory. Kukushibo, the design is epic. He's really powerful. He comes in at the beginning of the fight and just takes out the Mist User. That scene is so crazy. And I'm just ready for it to get animated, man. He killed it. And then he ends up fighting like 6 Demon Slayer Corps members at the same time. And he's killing them. He's killing them in the fight. And that just goes to my next point. The deaths in this fight. Yo. I remember, I think Kukushibo, he kills. Spoiler alert, I'm trying to give you a chance. Do not continue to watch this video. Kukushibo, he ends up killing the guy that holds the gun. He ends up killing the Mist User. And it's like, whoa, this guy's crazy. He's cutting off the Mist guy's arms, and he's cutting off the gun guy's arm, and the guy with the chains is throwing hands with, I forget their names, but cool. The point is, Kukushibo was just going in, and I think it was kind of plot how he was getting beat up and stuff. I hated that. It was like, so he was just killing him. Now he's getting beat up. They like end up hitting him with the chain, the big old chain and stuff, and cutting off part of his body. It's crazy. It's a crazy fight, and I think the deaths and stuff. It showed like the Demon Slayer fans like, yo, we killing people. We not playing around. This ain't Naruto. We are gonna kill off everybody in this show. And this fight proved it. They didn't take no shortcuts. They let people get killed off. It was sad when the Mist character died, and it was sad when the guy with the gun died. The guy with the gun really didn't get that much time, but still, it was shocking because like, oh, yo, he killed a kid. The guy was young. He was like Tanjiro's age, and Kukushibo ended up killing him, and I thought it was gonna be his brother, the gun guy's brother, that ended up dying, but it ended up being him, and I was like, oh man, that's really heartbreaking that he had to watch his brother die, and then he had to watch his whole family die. And it was just like, dang, that's messed up. Kukushibo cold for that, and then the Mist User, his brother dying and stuff, and him getting to go to heaven with his brother. All of it was beautiful. It was sad, and it was really tragic. And I'm just happy. I appreciate that Demon Slayer was showing us that they was gonna kill off characters. They didn't play around. They got it done, and we got to see some depths in the art. But let's move on to my next point of why I love this fight so much. Kukushibo's short run. In this short amount of time, we get his backstory, we get the fights, we get the everything. And they make this character like pretty iconic. He's one of the best parts of the show, and he only has such a short run. They didn't stretch it out, and I appreciate them for not stretching it out. Because sometimes you can pull somebody's story so far that you know everything about the character, and it's kind of like, yeah, we know everything. His story is complete. But Kukushibo, there's just so much more I would like to see. Like some of that stuff with his brother, some of that stuff with his family, some of that stuff with Muzan. All of it. It's like really sad and interesting. His relationship with Tanjiro, his relationship with Doma, his relationship with Akaza. I love the demons more than the Hashiras because I know their names. That's how cool these characters are. I think the demons are the standout of the whole show. I know Tanjiro, Nezuko, Minosuke, and I forgot his name. I forgot his name. But the point is, Kukushibo's a standout. He did a good job, amazing fights, and I had a really good time watching it. And compared to the other fights, it just is on a whole different level, man. It's on a whole different level, and this leads me to my final point. The fight is simple. The fight is simple. I think a big problem that I had a lot with these other Demon Slayer fights is that there's powers that come into the fights. There are powers that get implemented into these fights, and it's like, it's a little too much. It's a little too much. You can keep it simple. I want to see some just regular weapons. I want to see these demons use regular weapons. I want to see the Hashiras use regular weapons. Not no mist, not no fire, not no rock, not no hearts, not none of that. I want to see swords, hands, and boxing. That's all I want to see. And that's what this character Kukushibo ends up doing. He comes in with a freaking sword, and that's all he does. Now, he sort of has this thing where he uses like triangles and stuff with his sword, and he starts having eyeballs on the sword and stuff. That's where they started going a little too far, but mostly it was just the sword and the boxing with it. And he was cutting people up and stuff. And then the Hashiras he was fighting, you had the guy with the sword. Then you got the guy with the chain thing, and you got the guy with the gun, the misuser. He was using his mist powers, but he was using the sword too. I thought they all was just doing it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool seeing all those characters do all of that. And even Muzan could not keep up with this fight. He couldn't keep up with it. Muzan was using these 6 generic super moves, and it was so boring, and it was just over the top, just to be over the top. And yeah, they gave Muzan a super form and stuff. It's like, yo, all Muzan had to be was his little Michael Jackson form. He was scary then. He was scarier then in his Michael Jackson form than he was in his big old giant scary looking form. I thought it was should have just kept it simple, and that's what the Kukushibo fight did. But it's my favorite fight compared to all the other fights. The threat of Kukushibo was on a whole different level. I love Kukushibo's backstory. His was different and genuine. It wasn't like he was a kid and, his family died or something like that. He was a Demon Slayer guy back in the day with his brother. It was a rivalry on his part. His brother didn't care, but it was like a rivalry. It kind of reminded me. It gave me Hashirama Madara vibes a little bit. It gave me that vibe in the rivalry that they had, and then his brother, it turns out that his brother just loves him, and he was doing this stupid rivalry stuff for just nothing, and he turned himself into a demon, and he still lost to his brother when his brother was super old. It was so nasty. It was embarrassing, and all his brother did was love him, and then he ends up, I think he took himself out in the fight, and yo, it's just an amazing fight, man. I can't wait until this gets animated. It's just gonna be legendary, man. It's gonna be the best fight in the show by far. I don't think anything else compares to it. But tell me how y'all feel about this. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think I'm overrating the Kukushibo fight, or do you agree with what I'm saying, that this fight is just on a whole different level and it's gonna steal the show, man? But peace out, y'all. Anime Boom out. Peace.